Hello. What is going on? What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Luke J. Gagnon, back at it again. This time back on my channel, and we're also going live to Twitter. So, hello, everyone. We are covering the Tennessee 7th Congressional District. Now, I accidentally put in the title beforehand, I accidentally put Kentucky. So, I'm just getting over a very bad cold. It's a bit better now. Yeah, we got quite the panel. We got Boston Nationalist.
Hello.
Say hi or something.
I just said hi.
Oh, I didn't hear it. We got Joe.
Hello.
We got Real Texan Politics. You know, he's...
Hello.
No introductions needed.
And we got the Albanian. He's an Albanian.
Hello.
The average Albany resident.
Average Albany resident. Okay, thoughts on Virginia Attorney General? Yeah, Dems aren't winning that. But still, let's get this primary pulled up because polls closed 2 minutes ago. I was taking a walk and I lost track of time, so here we are. We forgot about it. So let's get this pulled up. We will be covering this race. We got several candidates that we want to be focused on.
MAGA Southerner gets it. He gets it. I don't know if that's showing on screen. Van Epps is winning like 2-1, but we need that 3 days straight. I think Van Epps will win. Yeah.
Yeah, Epps is the Trump endorsement. So basically, Epps is the Trump endorsed candidate, and Barrett is the Freedom Caucus, uber conservative, America First Insight endorsed candidate. He also got some like country singer to vote for him. So, yeah, this is a race that some delusional Dems think they have a shot at winning in December. They won't.
Little hint here, they don't.
Why?
But
Because they're stupid.
I don't know because technically, if it has the same GOP underperformance as Randy Fine's district, then the Dems will win. So yeah, like, don't run a schizophrenic Zionist in this seat, and then we'll probably win.
Huge, powerful.
Let's see. Barrett was
Okay, MAGA
leading in the
Southerner will be
recent
coming on the
polls.
stream. He wants to join, so give me a second.
That's interesting. Izu Togatrash said Barrett was leading in polling. Can somebody?
What city is this district in?
It's Nashville
part
and Clarksville.
of Nashville, but it takes up like a fifth of Tennessee, so it's not just in a city.
Real Texan,
so
can you find the polling on this district? I think somebody said that Barrett was leading the polling most recently.
I haven't seen polls. Let me real quick.
Congressional level polling fucking sucks. Let me be honest.
Let me real quick say someone was asking about the district. So this is the downtown Nashville seat. It also has Vanderbilt. It has the black parts of Nashville. But also has Clarksville. It has Dixon. It has a bunch of like small towns. So yeah. And I think it largely moved right because of downtown Nashville. It is a Trump plus 22 seat.
Yo, what's good?
MAGA Southerner has joined.
Oh shoot, they dropped results? Oh shoot.
Huh?
Oh, they just did now. Oh,
Okay.
Jody Barrett
Yeah,
is
this is
up,
It's not like less
Looks
than
like it might be an
200
actual
votes, but it's not
decent
bad for
competitive
Barrett.
primary.
Oh, okay, so Barrett is actually leading it.
Uh-oh.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
so-
Big things happening. Things happening. Things happening.
Wait, this is
Ring the alarm. Things happening. Things
Okay,
happening.
Shut up, shut up.
Ring the alarm.
Something just happened.
Something is
Nothing ever
happening,
happens,
guys.
just
Something
didn't
is
happen
happening.
again.
Oh shit.
Shut up, people of the internet.
The chud has
Okay,
been
now-
defeated.
Something is
let
happening,
me-
dude. This is crazy.
Shush. Let me explain. So, Trump endorsed Van Epps very late. He had previously been endorsed by Bill Lee. Jody Barrett, his main endorsements were basically the House Freedom Caucus and John Rich, who was a big country singer in like the mid 2000s, but now he's more of just a
Not good
like
influence.
he's a conservative commentator now.
Okay, so
He was part of the duo Big and Rich.
Okay, I would expect. There's also like a very good chance that Nashville County just goes like hard for Van Epps. So like, do keep that.
let me
in
get my
mind.
laptop because I want to be able to.
Also, too, this could be like or this could be election day or something. And these are very rural counties as well, I should point out. So
I think Trump. I mean, because Trump endorsed late, Van Epps will probably get a lot of the election day votes. That's my opinion.
true.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to see how the big counties, how Davidson County breaks for
Davidson, and then whatever one Clarksville is in. I think it's Montgomery.
All right, I got my
Montgomery County. Yeah, that's right.
Shoot. Okay, this primaries are. I wonder which county this Gino Bolso is from. I wonder.
It's funny. I get free New York
Gino
Times.
Bolso is the state representative for the 61st. I gotta look that one up actually.
Yeah, it seems like Tennessee's a state where they actually know how to count their votes relatively fast. So,
I mean, they're like one of the biggest red states in the country. Oh, there's also a guy named Stuart
winning the
Parks.
Democrats,
This guy was in There's a guy named Stuart Parks. This guy was participated in 1-6.
Let me see this.
Okay, the 61st. So Gino Bolso is actually from whichever county Franklin is in.
That would be Williamson County.
Okay, Williamson County then. Okay, he's from Williamson County. Which
okay,
I don't
so
think
this
he's
is a
even,
fight
he's
between.
not even leading him, by the way.
Tester is done. Told me that this is early vote.
Yeah, it makes sense that this is early vote. I mean, again, Van Epps has a Trump endorsement. He'll probably get a lot of the late votes. Also, in the Democrat primary, Bo Mitchell is running away.
It's
with
close.
so far.
The gap just narrowed a lot.
Yeah, no. Charlie Kirk was not related to Mark Kirk, though he did work on Mark Kirk's Senate campaign back in 2010, which is interesting.
I think
but no, it wasn't
votes
related.
from Barrett.
I think, honestly, just judging by this, the next update will probably be when Van Epps takes the lead, and then we'll just see how things go from there.
I think it's also a good chance as a North versus South divide.
It could be.
Yeah, that's what it looks like it might be.
But again,
The
you gotta
more
wait
rural
for Nashville
areas
and wait for Clarksville
are
and
gonna
wait for
vote.
Franklin.
So, yeah, the more rural areas in the south of the district look like they're going to vote for Barrett.
But yeah,
and then
those are your main
suburban and
population
urban
centers:
areas.
Nashville, Clarksville, and Franklin.
Okay, Boston. Or wait,
Franklin could break for
who's that coming from?
I think it's Cheryl. I could be wrong though.
Me?
Yo, it's my boy Braxton the Beast. What's poppin', Gen Z Patriot in chat? I have no fucking stake in this race. It's just a primary, so I'm streaming it, man. Boston, you're the Freedom Caucus guy. Tell us who your candidate is.
I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't care about this race really, to be honest.
None of us.
I just don't care. It's just fucking.
Yeah, I didn't know this was going on until like 2 seconds ago, honestly. So
I was more willing. I knew this was happening. I just didn't know it was tonight. I was more focused on whether.
Shit, you know what, Braxton? You want to come on the stream? I can send you the link. I'll text you the link, bro.
I get free New York Times, so I can see what happens. Barrett is from Dixon County.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that
explains.
If he's from Dixon County, so if he's from Dixon County, that seems like right now Dixon has the most votes. Yeah, Dixon's the most populated county, and he's winning it by a bit more than Epps is winning the second most populated county.
This is probably going to be a competitive primary, but don't be surprised if Epps wins anyways because he got the trust.
I actually, you know what? I actually think Barrett might win. Looking at it now,
we'll have to see. We'll just have to see. I'm not going to hold my breath. I mean, they both seem pretty chill, honestly. I don't like.
If Barrett seems, because here's the thing, right? If Barrett is doing good in Dixon because he's from Dixon, Dixon's the most populated, and it has the second most amount of vote totals to report left.
Oh shoot! They just dropped some more votes. The southern part of the district.
Oh shit!
I will say Van Epps. It seems like is narrowing the gap significantly in all.
Again, you got wait for Franklin.
The gap just expanded between.
Franklin needs to drop for Barrett.
Yeah.
If Franklin goes for Barrett,
wait
then like
for
he probably wins.
Franklin, Nashville, and Clarksville.
Clarksville's
going to
go for Van Epps.
Oh, right. Okay, that is true. Actually,
Remember,
I forgot.
Yo, what's
Dixon is
poppin',
rural.
Braxton? What's poppin', dude? No, guys, stop. We got my boy. I've known this guy for a few years. What's poppin'?
What's good?
What's going? And this dude's gonna probably be flying out the next month or so. Yeah, he's coming out. We're gonna meet up with another friend of mine in Illinois. We're gonna go to Chicago. It's gonna be great. This guy from California, he came up to Wisconsin last year for the election. So
the election of 2024.
Also, by the way, F's in chat for Vincent Dixie in the Democratic primary.
Who?
He's getting a 4%. Vincent Dixie is getting last place in the Democratic primary.
Okay, that's crazy.
Probably because
they have results out of Williamson in the Dem primary, but they don't have results out of Williamson in the Republican primary.
I didn't even know there's an election happening in Pennsylvania. You guys know more about these elections than me, dude. I just got to get you guys entertained.
It might be just
There's an election. Is he talking about the retention election?
Guys,
I'm not sure.
I need your election analysis. On
Van Epps just took a massive.
Okay, we have too many people on. We're gonna remove.
All right, yeah, I see.
Let Braxton speak. We have a special guest on, guys. Let Braxton speak.
Wait, okay. This is something that's real. So I went to this GOP fundraiser with Bethany Hamilton, if you guys know who that is, and I met a lot of people like in politics in California. And there was this dude running for state senate that wants me to help him canvass, and I don't even know what that's like.
Yeah, you can do it. Wait, dude, no. When you're in Wisconsin, I can show you. I can give you a brief lesson on canvassing, because that's what I do.
No,
that's literally what I do for work. Like every day.
I've canvassed before. That's not my question. My question is, I don't know if my district is actually winnable.
What's your district?
Okay, text me the district.
Okay. Let me look.
Text me the district.
All right. In the Democratic primary, Afton Ben is winning Montgomery County.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now that's like the fastest growing part of Tennessee. So.
When did Epps take the league?
Williamson County.
Dude, I told you guys it's going to be a north-south divide. That's what it looks like. Okay, because most of the population's in the north, Epps is probably going to pull it off. Okay, you guys.
Got some good news for Barrett.
I'm sorry to be anticlimactic, but it's going to be an Epps win. It's going to be close. But it's going to be an Epps
There is some good news though. 45% of the Montgomery County vote is in. However, only 6% of Williamson is in. So that could be good for Barrett.
I believe Dollywood is in Harshburgers, given that it's like the eastern part. So it's in the Appalachians, isn't it?
Yeah.
California's 45th Assembly District.
Bro, you shouldn't dox yourself like that, bro.
I don't care. He's running against
We love self-doxing.
He's running against James Ramos.
I'm looking that up right now. California's 45th Assembly District.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a winnable race. And I've actually met James Ramos before. Okay. He's really liberal.
Okay, in 2022, Ramos got 60% of the vote. Where's 2024?
Oh, it's almost Angeles.
Is state assembly
60-40. Wait, so I got a question. Will you get paid? If so, I'd take it.
No, I'm just helping out sometimes. I don't know.
Oh, this district voted for Joe Biden.
He wouldn't win, but I will say helping out wouldn't hurt your.
He thinks he could win.
They all think they can win, dude.
Everybody thinks.
But still, if you help them out, that'll help your. Okay, Boston. Let me give them advice. No, but yeah, if you help them out, that will definitely help you get influence in politics. That'll help you get more known with people. I mean, I helped out with a guy named Mike Muller back in 24. He was running for state assembly in my district. I think it was the 20th. I think it's Wisconsin's 20th. He was running against incumbent state rep Christine Sinicki. Nice guy. He thought he could win too. He didn't win. He ended up losing by 20. But it was still good. Still good friends with him now. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
well,
it definitely helps you get kind of put in the political process. So
yeah, I got to meet a ton of people. I went to like this GOP fundraiser. It was really fancy.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Some news, though, from the Democrats' side, Darden Copeland has taken the lead in the Democrat
Dude,
Party.
it doesn't matter. This is a safe red district. We don't care about the Dems, dude.
Poor
The
real
Dems could-
Texans, stop bullying the guy. Oh, we have an autistic Ron Paul comment for you, Luke. Luke J. Gagnon, you are so stupid. Democrats will gain a minimum of 20 seats to 60 seats in the House in 2020.
Okay, look,
So
at
true,
least
true,
so
so
true.
autistic Ron Paul, okay? At least I'm not someone in Ireland who's bullied and hates Irish people so much that I want them being replaced by Muslims. That's a real argument you make.
Damn!
Please,
Damn!
don't- so
Shots
please,
fired!
Don't be saying that to me, okay? Thank you.
Shots
Mr. Ron
fired!
Oh shoot, yeah, Nashville's probably gonna drop, and then Jody Barrett's gonna.
I
I
wonder
have
if
no
any of these
stake in this. Why do people keep asking me who I want to win? I don't care. They're all gonna.
I wasn't
vote the same
asking
way
you who
anyway.
you want to win. I
He's
already
talking
know.
to the
No,
chat.
I was
talking about
curious.
No, I'm talking about this guy in chat.
Probably. You know what? Listen, if you
Are
guys,
they-
all right,
are-
if you
are they
guys
all
care about, all
pro-Israel?
right, chat. All right, if you care about Luke's opinion and you want to follow Luke, you want Matt Van Epps because he's not the Freedom Caucus guy. Now, if you want to be the opposite of Luke and be contrarian, then you want Jody Barrett because he's like the Freedom Caucuser.
If you want to be
He's gonna
Boston,
endorse
No,
that Freedom
Braxton.
Caucus.
Braxton. In actual terms, no, they all have the same position on Israel. The Freedom Caucus, the Freedom Caucus versus
$1 zillion!
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. The Freedom Caucus versus Trumpist candidate means nothing. They're still going to give the same.
Well, I
amount
want
to Israel.
Jason Knight to win, so
Who?
I want Jason Knight to win.
Why?
Okay, but seriously,
Who?
who is?
Who the
2%
fuck
of the
is Jay?
vote.
Who is this guy?
Okay, I got a question for you.
That's what I
Who the
want
heck
to win.
is Adolf Agdebo Dagan? And
Oh,
how is he-
Adolf, I want him to win.
Yo, let's go. We were all voting for it. He got
Hope Lang
0.2%
says
of the
liberal
vote. He just-
Luke. Interesting.
Let's keep it
Adolf just
optical.
needs to
Wait,
get
what's
nine
this even a
votes.
race for?
Adolf for Congress.
Adolf just needs to get
Hey, yo.
99.8% more, and then he got this in the bag.
Y'all want
Wait, what's
to-
this actually a race for?
Liberal Luke. I love this.
Liberal
Luke.
Luke.
Liberal Luke hates America. He hates the.
Wait,
he
is this
hates
a
America
congressional
first.
primary?
Yes.
Yeah, this is for
Yeah.
a House seat.
Special
Oh, man.
election primary.
Since we're all bored and we don't have lives for doing this.
Why can't I see the people that are on here?
We couldn't get Jody Barrett in soon enough.
He's probably not gonna win Boston. Like, bro,
In other news today, Mark Carney said Donald Trump was a very successful president. Thank
Oh,
you,
nice.
Megan Mark.
Fell for it again
Hey.
award. Fell for it again
Yeah.
award.
Yeah, we have more. Izu Toga says leftist Libby Luke. Autistic Ron
Guys.
Paul says Luke J.
Leftist
Gagnon is a
Libby Luke.
racial tax and spend liberal.
How do you
Racial
guys-
tax and spend liberal.
Oh,
Has everyone
Oh,
submitted
shots
their
fired.
Candace Owens apology forms?
In other news, Mark
Okay,
Robinson.
why was Candace Owens talking about Charlie Kirk coming to her in a dream? Okay, yeah, she was right about
because
the
she's
messages.
She's taking this as
She
a
was
man.
right
She's
about the
saying whatever she
messages.
wants.
Let's talk about this for a second. Yeah, Candace, she was right about the messages. Okay, the messages were true. Immediately after that, because people started believing her again, she came out and said, "Oh yeah, Charlie came to me in a dream after he died." It's like, what the fuck are you talking?
what were the messages again?
Look him
No,
up.
basically, it was confirmed. Sure, yeah, Charlie was getting pissed at Israel, like right before he died, and they confirmed it on his show that they were authentic messages.
Yeah, TPUSA did.
Yeah, and then now they got this new guy named Brilliant Hollyhand who's basically just like weak.
Dude,
Oh,
the dude. Wait,
no,
you know,
don't,
wait. I
don't,
didn't know
you're
this.
not supposed to tell who it is. But yeah,
Oh, okay, I
a
wanna tell who it
mutual
is.
friend of ours. Yeah, a mutual friend of ours.
A
But
mu-
don't
a
say he
mutual
doesn't
friend?
want people to
No,
know it's
I've
him. But yeah, he's a mutual friend of ours.
Yeah, a mutual friend that I've known since I was 12
Yeah.
years old on YouTube. He was the one that asked the immigration question to Hollyhan.
yeah.
Yeah,
He went
Holly-
viral, dude. He went
Hollyhand's
viral.
views
Yeah,
are
a good
basically
friend of mine.
Hollyhand is weak.
I would like to say this, okay? I want to give my perspective. Hollyhand is a fucking joke, okay? This dude, he has no idea what he's doing. This guy comes up, asks him a basic question, okay? He's just like, okay, you know, you support mass legal immigration. What's going to happen if we keep having mass legal immigration? The GOP is going to go extinct, which that's what you want to prevent, right? He then says, even if the GOP goes extinct, we still need to have mass immigration because it's our national value. What the hell?
Oh my god.
That's the point he makes.
This is
What
so
year is it? Is it 2000?
He said America's a
Welcome
Is it
back,
2005 or
Ronald Reagan.
2025 for Pete's
Welcome
sake?
back, Ronald Reagan.
Welcome back, George H.W.
He's actually Bush. And then
It's
today
like, dude, he was
Welcome
acting
back,
like
Mitt Romney.
he was acting like my friend was fucking insane for asking these questions. My friend in that interview had the same policy as the Danish Social Democrats, one of the most progressive parties in Europe. They instituted the same policies he wanted. They instituted an immigration moratorium, and they even support remigration, which he also called for on that. Again, Social Democrats, these are center-left social, like moderate socialists almost.
Basically,
and they have this
in other
policy.
news,
And
the
here's the thing. The Republicans and the Democrats, as of right now, are some of the most progressive parties on immigration in the Western world. Full stop. And that needs to change. And we need to make it clear to our leaders, we need to pressure them on these issues. We can't have our politicians going around voting for shit like the Dignity Act. We can't be doing this. I don't care what district they're in. They need to be put down for
I'm
this
for
stuff.
Boston and Luke to fight. Fight.
It's time for
Fight.
Boston to
Fight.
I'm not gonna bother fighting with Luke about
Boo!
this.
Because Boston, you worship
I-
the GOP. You never want to criticize anything from
Okay,
them.
no, this is
Luke,
Breland
Luke,
Holihan
could
was
we
made
just
in a
shut up?
GOP
Could we
laboratory.
just shut
Brilliant
up?
Only
Hollyhand
reason-
is just bought and paid for by AIPAC. No. Literally, this dude is just Benjamin Netanyahu's love child.
I'm Benjamin Netanyahu. How about that,
Well,
mega
his parents are rich from
surprised.
Section 8
Israel.
housing.
I am Israel. I am
Dude,
the
by the way,
son of Israel.
just so people know, Bryland's parents got rich off of like scamming minorities on welfare. By the way, that's
No,
how they got
got
rich.
off
That's
of
literally how
housing.
they-
Base.
No, don't say that. No, that's not.
Is it
based.
bad?
Okay,
We can't say that.
we're fucking live, and even then, that's not based, anyways, guys.
Hollyhand is a Groiper psyop.
Bro, let's not be saying this shit, bro. It's live.
No, he said he would debate Nick Fuentes, though.
Interesting.
I want to see. No. Hear me out. Nick Fuentes versus
Can we not be?
We not say his name.
Luke, we cannot not.
Dude,
Can we not say his name? Is that
All
just
right, the
not a...
man that must
Where
not
are
be
the
spoken of
Tennessee
said that
results?
he would debate Breland Holihan.
Okay,
Look,
autistic
I
Ron.
okay, can I challenge Bryland Hollyhan to a debate? Okay, get him. Let me challenge him. Okay, I'll bring him
No.
stats. I'll bring up
Okay.
the European I'll give him the immigration policy of every single European country. That's what I want to do. I want to ask him why he is to the left of the social democrats in Europe. I want to ask him that because that's what he is. He thinks America needs to just bring in legal. And by the way, he didn't just say he's for legal immigration. He said he wants
he's for
more.
increased legal
Yeah, he
immigration.
wants
He
a
wants
melting
increased. He wants as many as possible. He wants
That
to
is
bring in as many.
powerful.
Bro,
That is powerful.
Charlie Kirk getting like.
He said
Okay.
that it's their right to come here. It's their
Yeah,
right
no,
to
Charlie
come to
Kirk's
this
death
country.
really scares some people. Like some people are just scared. I'm not even gonna lie. Like isn't like these are just like they can't handle it.
Okay,
This is
so
funny. Payback 34. Hollyhand is the illegitimate son of Destiny and Fuentes.
that is okay.
Can we
Just
stop
That's-
saying his fucking name? I don't want to get my channel taken down. I've actually
Calm
get down
down,
here.
Lou.
Thank
Don't
you.
worry,
Calm
YouTube is
down.
free speech now.
okay. So
It's not free speech. Real American got banned like a day after that shit was announced. It's not
He got banned for promoting AFI too much. Okay. Shit. A county has flipped to Van Epps.
No one cares about this stupid election.
yeah, fuck this stupid election.
We're
Fuck you,
screaming.
Dude, we're
Boston.
actually having an
you.
interesting
Fuck
conversation
you,
about
Albany,
Hollyhand,
right
dude.
resident.
Oh,
Your
fuck
fucking
you up.
city is shit. Your
Fuck
city
you
is so
up.
shit. We should fire fucking cannons into your city and fucking demolition it.
That is
Fucking-
called terrorism.
No,
This
yo,
man
it's
is
not terrorism.
advocating
You know what we
for.
need to do? We need to fucking.
He
bomb
wants
the
people
shit
dead.
out of
This
Albany.
man
And
wants
then
him
we
dead.
need to, like, fucking level so
I
that we can have
disavow
farmland.
like
We need more
everything anyone
farmland.
is. Okay, okay. For the record, I, Luke J. Gagnon, swear on something. I swear on Richard Nixon's grave that everyone on this stream. I don't endorse anything. I disavow
me?
everything.
China is great.
China's awesome.
I
We need to
avow
make
that.
China.
China.
I am owned by the CCP.
China.
Oh, Luke, we have an interesting question for you now. From Izu Toga Trash. Luke, thoughts on incoming Japanese Prime Minister Takashi-san?
I think she's pretty decent. I think she'll do a
How do
pretty
you know
good
who
job.
that is?
Because I follow our closest
Oh my
allies'
god, bro!
politics.
Oh my god! How do you? Like,
She just got elected by the
Wait,
party to
Luke.
be the next prime
Luke, you
minister. I
follow our
follow that
closest
shit,
allies'
dude. I'm sorry.
politics? What's going on in
you know,
Israel? Tell me.
autistic Ron Paul. I think you're kind of dumb. Okay.
Hey, I actually have a real question. What do you think about the Cambodian presidential election?
They don't have elections. They're a communist dictatorship, bro.
And what? What did he say?
You
Cambodia?
asked about the Cambodian election, dude.
Cambodia isn't a dictator. It hasn't been communist in a while.
It's
Luke.
a kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Bro, they got overthrown back in like what, the early 2000s.
Yeah, but aren't
Now
they
it's
still a
like
70.
dictatorship?
no, they got overthrown
I'll be back,
again in like
hang
the early
on.
2000s by like monarchists or whatever. I think. So now it's
Yeah.
I thought the ruling party is still communist.
No, in 1993, the monarchy was restored with Norodom Sihanouk
Oh
reinstated
no,
as king.
this party is crazy. Before 1991, Marxist-Leninism. Since 1991, conservative liberalism. What the fuck? I
that's
love
so
that party.
wholesome.
Wait, so what party do we support?
It doesn't look
support-
like a democracy. It looks like one party wins with 80% of the vote, and then they
Well,
have like
that's
an up.
To be fair, that could also just be because it's like a third world nation and people are kind of,
Hmm.
you know, just a little.
My friend
Dumb?
went to Cambodia
Is
for
that-
an
is
LDS.
that a good way to put it?
But with insane primaries.
My friend went to Cambodia for an LDS mission.
They're sending Mormons to Cambodia?
Boy, there.
They are, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tester has arrived.
How do we feel about, you know know who? How do you feel about them?
Mason Foley. I want that guy to win.
Van Epps is the favorite.
Holy shit, is he a relative of yours, Braxton?
I don't know. I'm looking.
I'll be back.
Stop saying oy vey. You learned what that saying was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
and now you don't
no.
stop saying it. For Pete's sake, dude. Everything's oy vey, oy vey.
Who? Bro is talking to himself. Bro's losing his mind.
I'm losing my mind. I'm surrounded by idiots.
Wait, Luke, are we supporting JD Vance in the 2028 election?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes,
Is the sky
if he's
blue?
the nominee,
Is
I'll vote
grass
for him.
green?
I'm not saying I'm going to support him in the primary, but if he's the nominee, I'll vote for him against
Bro.
Wilson.
Are you voting for, like, Tulsi
talking to me
Gabbard
in
in the primary
private.
or something?
He'd much
Me?
rather vote for Rubio. in
I'm
the
probably
primary.
just gonna write in like Thomas Massey or something.
Bro.
So true.
Based?
Or actually Marjorie Taylor Greene, probably.
Another
Some very
win for
interesting
Israel.
Yeah, I'll have to see who the candidates are in the primary, though. Like Vance,
we got an update.
Vance doesn't
Vance
automatically
fills in.
get my vote in the primary, for the record.
Vance
I'm still-
automatically gets my
I
vote.
still think he's got some questions to answer. I will back him in the general, though. Just lesser of two
Valentine.
evils.
Yeah,
Probably.
We all know you're
But
voting for
I do hope that he will address some of the concerns people have with him. That's what I
All
will
right,
say.
yeah, guys, shut up. Nashville's in. We got
He's
Nashville.
won by
results.
almost
Oof.
Yeah, should we call it for Epps? I think it's pretty clear he's going to win.
Yes.
Yeah, if
No,
you already win in
wait.
Nashville,
No, I
Vincent
feel like
Dixie's
that-
making a comeback.
Yeah, I feel
Dixie's
like
making a comeback.
I feel like Foley still has a shot.
Now hear me
Okay,
out.
you know, we'll wait. We'll wait
good.
till 60% in. We'll touch base once it's 60% in.
Hear me
okay?
out.
Oh,
Dixie's
Adolf
making a
Adolf
comeback.
has 0.3% of the vote. He just needs 99%.
Okay, stop saying mob politics. Okay. Can you guys stop talking for a second? I want to respond to this. No, I think that is a pretty big deal, and I think it does need to be addressed. We can't just act like, oh, it's nothing. Yeah, I think running a
Bro,
giant
government to
surveillance
control
company,
me.
I think that is something that we should be questioning. And again, the left does this shit too. I know, but that doesn't mean we should be doing it as well. I think that we do need to have a conversation about that. I want them to be pressured. Be it if someone like Tucker Carlson runs, that might be good. If we could get someone like Tucker on the debate stage, he could kind of attack Vance for that. What I want to see happen, I want to see Vance challenged. I want to see him be forced to kind of like explain himself on these things, potentially distance himself. That's what I want to see happen.
Luke thinks
I
that
want the
Israel
government to
killed
control me, and I
Charlie
want my
Kirk with
first lady to be
JD
Indian
Vance.
and her son named Vivek.
Luke thinks that JD Vance killed
breaking
Charlie
news,
Kirk over
breaking
Palatine.
news, breaking.
What?
What?
America First Insight has projected the primary for Matt Van Epps.
Okay.
Well, grass is green, the sky is blue.
Bye.
Congratulations, Matt Van Epps. Welcome to
Has
the
anything
GOP
happened?
Republican caucus.
Has anything happened? I was gone for like 2 or 3 minutes.
Van Epps
Yeah,
won.
Van Epps is the winner.
Van Epps
Wow.
won. Congratulations. Well, everyone, welcome the newest addition to the House Republican caucus.
Hip, hip, hooray.
Decision desk has
moan.
projected it too. So yeah, it's
Why
done.
did someone
It's done.
moan, bro?
Van Epps has won.
Yep, that's
If
the
you want to
goal.
release the Epstein files,
Hold on. This is my reaction to that.
Thank you.
if you want to release the Epstein files,
I
Classy.
oppose the Epstein files because they oppose my glorious Führer, Donald John America.
Truth nuke.
Mein Führer, Donald John America, has done a
Is
thing
Van
wrong.
Epps MAGA or Rhino? MAGA.
You're Rhino. Boston nationalists. Rhino
A
everywhere.
bunch of libertarians are crying about Van Epps being the freaking Dr. Fauci of Tennessee. But
He's
like,
a
that's all-
rhino neocarn woke
That's what
libtard.
John
Dr.
Ritter is crying about.
Fauci.
I don't care about.
I can officially rule out. I will not be supporting Nikki Haley in the 2028 primary.
I'm a
Wait,
moist
will you-
Republican. I'm
will
a
you
moist
support Randy
Republican.
Fine?
If Nikki Haley is the nominee, I will probably vote third party.
Will you
or I
support
will not
Randy
vote.
Fine? That's who I want to run.
No, I would vote Democrat.
Okay, for the record,
Nikki
I
Haley
don't like
cannot be
Randy
allowed
Fine,
to
but
be
he is the
allowed.
only Republican in the House
Let's
who's
write in
advocated
George Wallace for
remigration.
president. Let's write in George Wallace for president in 2028.
Yeah, he wants to end migration from like Mexico and like bring all the Israelis in.
Oh, we had another
That
county
sounds
flip. Perry County is flipped.
unbelievably
Another
big.
county flipped? Where? Oh,
Perry
yeah.
County. Perry County.
Oh,
Yeah,
flipped.
all
Okay,
these
so-
like world. Yeah, I think Barrett's basically just like Williamson and like Dixon and like Hickman.
Yeah, that's over.
Bro,
Why
it's
is
not
no one
2000.
talking
It's not
about-
2005 anymore. No one cares about balancing the budget, dude.
Going to balance
Holy
Why
the
is
shit,
no
budget.
one
holy
talking
shit.
about Vincent
This is
Dyke?
breaking
Is it
breaking
because
news.
his name sounds
He's
like a
still
thing
alive.
you would call the
They
Jewish
didn't steal
warrior?
his iPad.
Van Epps will probably win Williamson in the end. I think
Guys,
Barrett will
Andre
Barrett will
supports
hold on
Randy
to Hickman
Fine.
and Dixon.
Dr. Fauci.
Oh my god, dude.
Give us vaccines.
See, Dr. Fauci,
Okay, I have a
give
real
us
question. How can
vaccines.
you be under the age of 30 and like be a
Hold-
cunt for Israel?
Wait,
I'm
I have a
trying to sing
question.
my cover.
How do you
Hold
guys
on.
feel about Dr. Fauci skiing bird ski?
Hold on.
Congratulations.
Dr.
He's not
Fauci,
bad. Literally, no one in
give
this
us
primary is like
vaccines.
actually bad. There's,
we'll
like,
have
no
the
one-
cure to fight off these
Why? There's too
diseases.
many people in here.
I'm trying to sing.
I love Israel.
being
Did I tell you guys, actually, yesterday I practiced circumcised myself for...
Whoa! No one needs to
You're
hear
done.
this.
You're done. You're done.
You don't
You're
need
done.
to hear this.
You're done. He's done.
And
Wow.
Tester is done.
He's done. He's gone. He's gone. He lost.
Tester is Tester done.
That was too much. We're not doing that. We're
What
not
year
talking
is it?
about
That
doing
was
things
disgusting.
like that
What
to
did he
yourself.
say?
Sorry. That's fine.
That was disgusting.
Guys, autistic Rand Paul said no one cares about mass deportation.
You know, autistic Ron Paul. I hope libertarians just all.
Okay. I would just like to say this, autistic Ron Paul. You live in Ireland, so I don't care. You guys should focus on the fact you have no good parties in your parliament. You're stuck
That is
between-
true.
You're
All right,
stuck
no,
with the
this is a
center
real
right
question.
versus center right versus far left. Like
Okay,
yeah,
now this
from
is
the-
a real question. What country that's white has the best political party?
Denmark.
What do you
What-
consider
what's the-
white
what's the
though?
political-
Like what's
Or the
considered
Czech
white?
Actually, maybe the Czech Republic.
Bro, with you and these.
Even
But
I
Czech
can't
Republic
believe
is
you
also
wouldn't
a
say
dump.
Poland. I can't believe you wouldn't say Poland.
Yeah, but Poland has some
Poland's
pretty
white.
cringe parties too.
Like Poland.
I
You
just
don't
asked
have a
what
win,
country has the
but-
best party.
The best political party in the white country is America with the good.
Isn't
old
there like
GOP.
Oh,
a
The
neo-Nazi
GOP is
party
not
in,
the
like,
best
Germany?
party in the Western
Yes,
world.
it
Shut up.
is. Yes,
no,
it
we're
is.
not. We're not
Yes,
even
it is.
close, dude.
Yes, it is. Open
Bait,
seat.
bait.
That is the most bait question ever. No,
Isn't there-
clearly
isn't
the Canadian conservatives.
Real,
Canadian conservatives.
Real patriots would vote for the LDPR in Russia, though.
Guys,
Real
I think
patriots vote for the Liberal Democratic Party
I
of
think
Russia.
Kemi Betadok is the best right-wing leader.
Actually, no.
Wait, doesn't Germany have like
there
a
was
base
a
party?
specific party in
What?
Germany
What?
that was.
Doesn't Germany have like a base party?
Yeah, the AfD, they're pretty good.
No, I'm not talking about the AfD. They had a certain party that was so based it got banned for some
And
undisclosed
isn't
reasons.
it the Homeland or something like that, or the?
No, I'm talking about a certain party.
Dude,
run by a very
Homeland was a
smart
party
man.
in the UK that was run by a bunch of autistic
Yeah, I know,
children.
but there
No.
I'm
There's
another party in Germany
It's a
called that.
nationalist party and it's a socialist party as well.
No,
I guess
AfD
you
is
could
pretty
say
good. I like
some.
AfD.
Oh yeah, the National
Autistic
Socialist Party
Ron
in Germany.
Paul,
That's
Luke
the one
J.
I was thinking
Gagnon.
of.
Yep.
I was born in New York. My father was a U.S. citizen. I hate because he didn't vote for Mitt Romney.
Yeah, you live in Ireland. I don't care.
Guys, did you know that my grandpa met Mitt Romney like 5 days ago?
Bro, what?
Bro.
Are we dead ass?
Yeah, he goes
My
to his
teacher-
church.
My teacher thought that Ben Carson was dead for.
Yeah,
some reason.
Braxton here is Mormon, or he was
and he
raised
goes
Mormon.
he goes to Mitt Romney.
I believe you're leaving Mormonism, though, right?
Here or there.
Please leave Mormonism.
Leave it.
You know, autistic Ron Paul, Mitt Romney fucking sucks ass. Okay, and I think if you support Mitt Romney, you're kind of lame. And even can we say the G word?
Imagine
Are we allowed to say the
supporting
word G word?
Ron Paul.
Okay,
Or is that
think
not allowed?
about would YouTube ban me for this?
Yeah, you're right. It would ban you.
Luke
Let's
J. Gagnon, this is how my father voted in every U.S. election. McCain.
I don't think you should be allowed to vote if
Guys,
you live in
I
Ireland. I'm
think
sorry.
Greece has the best.
Okay, I don't
party.
care. I
Hillary
don't think you should be
Clinton.
allowed to vote if you don't live in this country. I don't know. It's just-
Guys, I think Greece has the best party.
You voted Green in 2016, then you voted for.
What do you mean?
Arab-
Greece like bans their right-wing parties every once in a
Golden
while,
Dawn.
and then they start new ones.
Golden Dawn, it got banned.
Golden Dawn has been gone for a while, bro.
Yeah, the Golden Dawn, and then they got banned, and then they just all made a new party,
All right,
and then
the
that
one
party
in
gets
Hungary,
banned, and then they do it.
It's the circle of life. Okay.
You are the circle of life.
All right,
You know,
the,
shut
Because
your
it turns out if you ban a party, all those
the
members of
Lega
the,
Nords
all
early
those
faction
members-
in Italy.
I like Lego. Lego's good. I like Sabini.
You like Legos? I like Legos too.
What
How'd you guys know?
do you think of MAS?
Oh, I'm asking. Let me check. I'll give you my opinion in a second.
Autistic
It's the
Ron
Aus-
Paul.
no,
In
the
only 4
Australian
years,
Liberal
Mitt Romney
Party,
turned
bro, is not a good
Massachusetts
party.
around. He cut unemployment, turned the deficit into a rainy day fund, all with an 85 Democrat legislator.
Bro, why are we voting for people who are going to cut unemployment when we are the ones who are going to have to get JOBs? Like, just think about it.
That's cool, Ron Paul. I would vote for Mitt Romney if I lived in Massachusetts and he was running for governor. I don't want him to be president, though. Okay.
Now, here's the real question, Luke. Would you vote for Charlie Baker if he was a deport them all Republican?
Well, yeah. Would you vote for Lisa Murkowski if she was a right wing populist? Yeah.
No.
I
He is as liberal as he is on everything else, but he just wants to deport them all.
Guys, what about?
I'd do that. If he was a liberal Republican who was against mass immigration, of course I'd vote.
Honestly,
What about
yeah, I
Britain-
can
what
see
about
that.
Britain's
That was basically just Dwight Eisenhower, at least
What
for the
about
well,
Britain's
he was
Conservative
liberal for the
Party?
time. Right now, he'd be right, hard right.
Yeah.
What about Britain's Conservative Party?
Oh, they're dead, bro. They're dead. Reform all the way.
It's been over for a long time.
Mark-
It's been
Yeah,
over.
Luke, you know what the best conservative party in all of the
Wait.
Western world is?
What?
What?
The British conservatives.
He's gonna
The Tories. It's
I
just
mean,
the
okay.
Paul
Tories.
Lang, is Mark Kirk
Ba-
a deport them all Republican?
What are you talking
Actually,
about,
no,
Mark
it's-
Kirk, bro? It's
Actually,
Who
no,
the
guys,
fuck
I think
is saying
conservative-
he's
Guys,
like,
what
look,
about
Mark
Kirk.
Guys,
Why
I'm
are
joining
people
the
bringing up
American
Mark
Party.
Kirk and Shep, bro.
Is Mark Kirk a deport them all? If Mark, listen, if Mark
I
Kirk is a
will
deport
say
them all,
Mark Kirk did want to deport all the Syrian refugees back in 2016.
you know, if Mark Kirk is a deport them all Republican, he should run for Senate again.
Yeah, he
Guys,
also
He should run
during
for
his
governor.
re-election. I will
Party
say
in
during his
America.
re-election campaign, he also said, "What did he say? Fuck."
He
No,
said
no,
something
he
about
called-
Tammy
he called
Duckworth's
him-
leg.
No, he called Obama the drug dealer in chief. He was an interesting guy.
Hold on. He might be
Well,
onto something.
well,
He might be
well.
onto something.
Usual suspects at it again. Oh yeah, I got a better conservative party for the West. It's called Libertarian Party.
No, the American Party by Elon Musk.
Autistic Ron Paul would agree with
I
you.
love how
I
I
forgot
died
that
like the
existed.
day after it was created.
I forgot that existed. What the heck?
He kind of, I think he forgot about it. I think he got overstimulated
my
because he's
favorite
autistic.
foreign political party, though, has got to be Law and Justice in Poland. They're great.
It's just for me. I have no idea what foreign politics is about.
All I can tell you is, dude, the GOP is not even in like the top.
Yes,
Autistic
yes,
Ron
it is.
Paul
Yes,
says
and they
Luke
call
J.
it for Matt Van
Gagnon
Epps.
in
Congratulations.
2004, George W. Bush ran on privatizing Social Security, and he won over 50% of the
I
vote.
don't
More than
care.
Trump ever
He
did.
won because Osama bin Laden went on TV and threatened everyone. That's why he won 2004. You know, he was gonna lose. He was gonna lose. He was like trailing all the polls, and then Osama bin Laden went on TV, and that's literally the only reason he won.
What
Like
do we
right
think
before
of
the
Laura
election.
Loomer?
Nah,
If they had early voting in 2004, you would have probably lost because that came out in like the last week.
the thing is with 2004 is just that like the economy, the Democrats were leading on the economy. The only issue, like the big issue the Republicans were leading on, was the war on terror. That's
Yeah, it
why-
was just foreign policy, and that's the thing. Like, here's the thing, and like even on the foreign policy issues, Bush was like losing because people thought like bin Laden was irrelevant, and he just came out with a TV message in the last week of the election. Like I said, if they had early voting to the level that we have today, Bush would have lost that election, full stop. Because like the Osama thing came like like when you talk about October surprise, that was like the last week of the election.
Let me see if I can find some issue polling from that election. Let me see if I can find some issues polling.
Your party by Jeremy Corbyn is so true. So true. Your
Wow.
Trump endorsed Van Epps wins primary.
Dude,
New York
Fidesz
Times
is
called it.
horrible. I'm sorry, dude. Or Hungary is a fucking dump. Okay, we shouldn't be idolizing Hungary.
Fidesz is honestly a really mid party. It's just
Also,
one
they're
piece.
gonna lose next year to a liberal. Like, yeah, Orban's out.
Libtard.
Luke, I
Even
heard that you were on
Babis and
Hungarian
Fico are better than Orban.
Wait, Luke.
What?
What would happen if San Marino joins the EU, but they refuse to adopt the proportional representation?
What?
No, okay. I saw this dude on election Twitter yesterday that said, "What would happen if San Marino joined the EU but refuses to adopt proportional representation?" And no one knew what it meant.
I don't even know why San Marino still exists, bro. They're like the last one of those Italian like city-states that just didn't like join Italy. Like,
yeah,
it
but
is
there's
By
a
the
push
way,
chill.
I just like to mention this
The-
real quick. Andy Bashir is in New Hampshire tonight. He's in Manchester.
I
What
do
a-
not
Wow,
give a
congratulations.
We do
Five
not care about
Or
fucking
for
Andy
28
Bashir.
killers, and no one gives a fuck about Albany.
Isn't Andy Bashir the guy who
Yeah.
said he wanted Vance's daughter to have things
Yep.
done?
Yep.
Can you turn the
Yep.
screen off so I could see who's talking?
Basically, 5% in the primary. Congratulations.
What were you
Um,
saying, Braxton?
You should turn the screen off so I could see who's talking.
What? We gotta show what we gotta keep this. We gotta keep
Didn't
the
they already
map up,
call the
dude.
election?
Yeah, but still, people the colors, dude. You remember how election Twitter is?
The colors.
I don't know who's
They gotta
talking.
see the colors on the map.
If that yellow county wasn't like
They gotta
there,
see
then
the
it would be
color.
so much more satisfying.
I don't know who anyone
It's-
here is besides you.
Well, if you're hearing me, my name is Maga Southerner, but I also go by Mr. Blue TDT, which is my main.
Yeah, that's his birth certificate. On his birth certificate, it says MAGA Southerner. That's his birth.
So true.
So
Turns
true. That's
me
my,
into
that's my
MAGA.
ET profile, but I also go by Mr. Blue TDT. So, or
Guys,
just
did you know that you could Venmo the Israeli government?
So
Oh, by the way,
true. So
Luke,
true.
I know you're gonna love this.
Well.
Abdul El Said sent out was fundraising off of October 7th. He was blaming, and he was saying this is the anniversary of Netanyahu's military ground invasion.
Bro, oh my God! Abdul El Said is gonna be how Michigan Senate goes from Till-R to Likely-R. Just
My name is Abdul Al Asid.
Okay, wait.
A
So
lot
this is
of-
actually a serious question.
Johnny.
I am
This
him.
is actually a serious question. Will Thomas Massey have trouble winning re-election?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
type of fucking
He's not
question
gonna
is that?
have
Yeah,
But
it's
I don't-
over.
I
It's
don't, I
over.
don't know if it means he's cooked yet. I mean,
No, he's
again,
cooked. He's
Well,
winning
no
the
one will
primary.
even stand up to run against him.
All right. Listen. Here's the thing. Here's my logic with Massey. So We saw Trump last year. He poured everything he had, his whole heart and soul, into primary good, and he did do it, but he barely did it. And good was like either a first termer or a second termer.
Yeah, but he already tried it with Massey.
Now you have, but Massey has been in there 12 years, maybe even longer. He's got more name ID, and he's what's it called?
I guarantee
And he
Massey
got more,
gets
and he doesn't
70%
even
of the
have a
vote.
serious challenger yet. Like he doesn't have a serious challenger.
Yeah, no one
yet.
wants to challenge him because they know it's political suicide in Kentucky.
Well,
What?
see, I wouldn't say it's political suicide. It's just not a guaranteed win. It's not a guaranteed win against. Like Massey can absolutely lose, no doubt about it. But
No, he can't. Dude, Trump
he
already
can
tried to
lose.
primary him, and Massey got 80% of the vote.
Yes, because the person didn't run a real campaign, didn't have a Trump endorsement, didn't have money,
he did.
Didn't have anything. No,
Donald Trump did not endorse against.
He did
Thomas
not.
Massey.
If Trump may have bashed Massey, but if he doesn't explicitly endorse against him, that doesn't mean anything. Trump is looking for a candidate to go after Massey, who he can endorse, he can supply with money, and he can have run an actual campaign. That's kind of why they want to get Cameron to drop out and run. We'll see who runs against Massey, but right now, I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think there's any chance. I think he's too popular.
No, Massey's done.
I will say.
He's really
I will say.
He's really not that popular.
Okay, we got an announcement. The woke Pope has declined to comment on Trump sending ICE to Chicago. I don't know why the media was asking him about that, but
Wow.
Because he's from Chicago.
I wanted that black guy to be the Pope.
yeah, he would have been pretty good.
Roberts.
Who is that guy from Hungary? I like the guy from Hungary.
Ordo?
Yeah, I like that guy.
Well, I'll see you guys.
I thought we were shitting on
see you
Hungary.
guys on the street.
Yeah, weren't we doing that like 3 seconds ago?
No, I'm shitting on the government of Hungary. That doesn't mean there's no good Hungarian
Do you
people.
not like Viktor Orban? Do you not? Are you not Viktor Orban's biggest fan?
I don't like Viktor Orban. He doesn't do a good job. He cooked his country, bro.
I was reliably informed you were Viktor Orban's biggest fan.
I'm Karol Nawrocki's biggest fan in Poland. I like that guy. Orban's
They
pretty
said that you
stupid.
liked. They said that you liked.
Also, why did Orban make his entire economy reliant on Russian gas? That probably wasn't a good idea. Just saying.
Oh, by
Probably
the
not.
way, there's also a mayor race in Greensboro, North Carolina. For anyone that
Can
cares.
someone tell autistic Ron Paul that he's dumb and silly? For
You've already done this.
Autistic Ron Paul, you're dumb and silly.
there
The
we go.
Republican Party is a cult around Donald Trump. Fair enough, but your account is a cult around Ron Paul.
Yeah, and also
Okay. Massey likely going to run for Senate. He said he might, but he's not gonna. It's not. I think he's
he would
joking.
lose in a primary like really easily.
Do they have runoffs in Kentucky for primaries?
I don't think.
No.
I don't think they do.
No, we'd know by now.
It's only in the deep south
Yeah.
and South
Massey for
Dakota.
Senate would be interesting. I think. I don't know. We'll see what
I
happens.
think he's going to run for president. That's my opinion.
And then like win like 2% in Iowa.
Oh, that's
He
interesting.
might run in the Libertarian Party, to be honest.
I don't think that's like extreme political suicide for no reason at that point.
Stefanik may not run for governor after all.
Then why did Trump clear the field for her?
I don't know. She filed paperwork to run again, which if she was gonna run,
Oh yeah, it reminds me. We've got some other news to go over. Yeah, we pretty much know what the governor race is going to be in my home state of Wisconsin.
Barnes v. Tiffany.
Mandela Barnes is coming back, guys.
Look. I just want to say something. All right. I just want to say something. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift.
Next year's gonna be hell, man. It's gonna be hell, but it'll be worth it.
Get ready.
Barnes opens it up that we're gonna get a Republican governor, so I'm good with that. Because he's gonna lose.
Now, if Sarah Rodriguez wins the primary, then what's going to happen?
She's not likable either. She's probably the least bad candidate, but that's not saying much. The Dem field is dog shit. I'm gonna be honest. Also, she's not gonna beat Barnes. Barnes is too popular with the Democratic base. No one's beating Barnes.
Yeah.
Also, I expect if Barnes gets in, Crowley will probably drop out and endorse him.
Oh yeah. Crowley. This is a
No, for the last Tommy Thompson is not running. Just because he comes out and says this every 4 years does not mean he's going to run. Okay, his family doesn't let him run. I've talked to multiple people. Every time that rumor goes around, I talk to people I know in the party, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, like his family." He says this, and then his family just sits him down. It's just like, "No, you're not going to run."
I've heard his family said yes, you can run if you want to. Interesting. Luke, do you have any comments on it?
Huh.
Well, Van Epps is a rhino neocon libtard who voted for our January 6th commission.
So true. True.
Mark Van
He voted for Joe Biden's package that banned guns. That Braxton,
So true.
you made that video, right? Where you're talking back in 2021. You made that video on how Biden was going to overturn the Second Amendment, right, Braxton?
I did not do that. I know
You did. You made a video. I remember where you were talking about how Biden was going to overturn the Second Amendment.
I did make that video. Yeah, I did.
Oh, I love this comment. Luke J. Gagnon, the only reason Trump win in 2016
do you guys know who Gomez Media is?
Because the so-called establishment Republicans like Mitch McConnell held up.
Oh, I know Gomez Media.
How do you know who he is, bro? How?
I discovered him like a year ago.
Dude, he's coming back to YouTube.
No way, really?
Who is?
Go.
Gomez Media.
How do you know who this guy is, bro?
You actually know him, or are you trolling?
No, I do know him. I was subscribed to him.
Brother, that's like someone I knew really well.
You weren't there in the old days of the.
I was there for the Hoodie War live stream.
Real.
No, I was like actually on the stream.
Nice.
Remember that time he blamed me? He claimed I was running like an army of alts.
Yeah, he got in a war with Luke C. Gagnon, and Luke cried on his stream.
That was those were the days, bro. That was like 5
Wow.
years ago, bro.
He started crying on a live stream.
This is crazy.
I miss 2020.
Well, thank you, Autistic Ron Paul, for mass
Ronald
agency is extremely
Reagan,
popular.
that was like 50 years ago, dude. Also, would like to point out that after Ronald Reagan passed mass amnesty, Hispanics went more Democrat than 1980. Trump did better with Hispanics than Reagan did, by the way.
I think we should ban Autistic Ron Paul from like ever.
No, it's
voting.
entertaining. It gives us content.
No, I mean for like voting.
Why would he give away the guy giving us content?
So,
we can just have a
nothing's
discussion
happening.
time because Gen Z wanted to see who's
no,
talking.
wait, who the hell? Oh, I know the Texas guy. I think.
Yeah.
What's the Texas guy's name?
Real Texan.
Oh, I know you. I think.
I don't think he wants me to say his real first name.
I wouldn't know who that
Yeah,
is
no.
either.
No, I'm good.
Dude, I still call CPUSA CPUSA.
Real.
I was rewatching one of his live streams from 2022, and he had the worst foreign policy take. He was like,
Yeah,
"You
dude.
should let Russia take Ukraine so we could team up with them to fight for Taiwan's independence." It's like, what the fuck? Russia?
What the fuck?
That is the dumbest. Like, Russia's gonna just turn on China.
Mythical blunt rotation of a take. Holy shit!
No, that's not a horror. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel like I would hear that from like a crackhead.
Just let Russia take Ukraine so we can team up to save Taiwan.
That's a pretty good
It's
take
like,
if I say so.
Yeah, Russia's just gonna turn on China to ally with a Western democracy. Like, yeah.
True.
I actually think we
It
should
was
push
told
for
to
an
me in a
allyship
dream.
with Russia, though.
Oh no, not this debate again.
Was Taiwan promised
Democrats
to
are
the
having a hard
Russians
time
200
picking
years
their
ago?
sacrificial lamb.
I actually
Real.
think Russia's not our enemy.
I mean, Russia, they're not. I don't really think they're our enemy, but they're definitely not our friend. They're definitely
Why
not
not?
our
Why
allies'
can't they
friend.
be?
I mean, they're bombing Poland, which is like our closest ally.
They're not bombing Poland.
They literally just did like 2 weeks ago, bro.
Cap.
Oh, it's the Ukrainian. Yeah, the Ukrainians are doing it. Yeah, so true, guys.
It was the Ukrainians, I think.
Yeah, whatever, dude. It's always the Ukraine. The Russians never do anything, guys. The Russians would never do anything bad. It's always the Ukraine.
I mean, they are kind of defending themselves.
Yeah, God forbid Ukraine defend itself.
I think both could defend themselves, and I think it's their war.
No, I'm not
I mean, like,
isolationist,
I
though.
feel like objectively
Look, I
speaking,
hate
I would
Putin
call-
and I hate Netanyahu. Both of them are committing fucking war crimes, and both.
But
of
Putin
them.
cares about his country and is doing what's best for it. So I don't
Netanyahu,
like
you
Putin.
could argue Netanyahu cares about his country too, but
That's true. Actually, that's something I'll respect about both of them. Is they're both doing what's best for their country. Except I think that Putin's real about it and Netanyahu's fake.
Why is that? Just because you like Putin and don't like Netanyahu?
No, because Putin actually makes that clear that he's doing what's best for his country and that he's not America's friend, where Netanyahu tries to use America and blackmail our politicians, and he's
That's
doing
fair.
bad for the country.
Okay, that's fair, but I still don't like either of them.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm a fan of either. I'm just saying I respect Putin more. Like, if I was Russian, I would
I
support
just
Putin.
think, realistically speaking, and again, I'm not the biggest fan of aiding Ukraine necessarily, but I just think looking at it through realpolitik, which is the lens I look at foreign policy through, I mean, that's the lens that the Republican Party really was throughout history pre-Reagan. Reagan kind of fucked it up with the neoconservatism and stuff. The lens we had long beforehand was realpolitik, and it really was the case under Kissinger and Nixon. But the way I tend to look at it is this. Europe is going to look for alternatives if we just were to give up Ukraine. And here's the thing. I wanted to negotiate a peace deal. We tried getting peace done, but it's clear the Russians don't want it. And until that's done, we can't just let the Russians take Ukraine. That's the way I see it. So best thing we can do is levy heavy sanctions on Russia. We can try to pry away countries like China, countries like India, who have a lot of trade deals with the Russians. We try to pry them away by making good trade deals with the Indians and the Chinese. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do at this point. Go after their contributors. Still fund. We don't even necessarily need to fund Ukraine. I like the system we have now where we kind of build the weapons, but have the Europeans pay for the weapons, and then they send them to Ukraine. I kind of like that situation because then we make money by giving them weapons, but we're not paying for it, So I kind of like that system. It works pretty well. And yeah, I think that's probably the best way you can go about it because I don't think you can really just like leave Ukraine out to dry. That would be horrible optics, globally speaking. And yeah. I think ideally you'd end the war, but it's clear you can't just do that. So you got to do the long game, play the long game, isolate Russia, and then make a deal.
All I know is I'm gonna campaign against JD Vance in 2024 if he's the nominee.
You're gonna vote for Newsom?
No, but I'll encourage people not to vote.
I don't know about that. I don't think that's helping anything.
I think
I will say I want someone to the right of him to run in the primary. Like I said, if someone like Tucker Carlson runs against him, I think that'd be a net positive because I think he would kind of make him,
exactly, and I agree. But there's nothing that's going to change. You can't.
I want to see him change. Look, that's what I hope. My ideal because I want Vance because I think Vance has the possibility to be a very good candidate. I think he does. Just because of his background, he's someone who inherently gets it because of his background.
Because of his background that he's bought and paid for by Peter Thiel and
his background that he grew up in a very poor working class family in Ohio. His parents abandoned him. He grew up with his grandparents, had
and
no
he got
money.
Bought and paid for by billionaires in Israel.
Whatever, dude.
Dude,
again, look, I agree. There's a lot of stuff he needs to answer for, and I want him to succeed. Okay, I don't want to just go up front and be like, "There's no way he can win me over." That's not the way to look at it.
I just feel like if his entire career was set up by Peter Thiel and Palantir and stuff, how does that change?
That's what I'll tell you.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of good options in the Republican Party right now, but I don't know if any of those people will run. I think we need someone like you said, like Tucker. I mean, he's not going to run.
Because here's my problem. You're a big fan of Massey, but like here's the thing. The only thing Massey's really good on is Israel. On immigration, he has routinely advocated for more H-1B visas. He's argued that funding the border wall
on immigration as Trump is.
No, he's not. He
yes,
said
he is. What has Trump done for? Oh, okay. What did
he
Trump
said funding the border wall was too expensive. He did. He said border security was too expensive with the debt to worry about. He said that.
And then he changed his position, though.
Changed his position. Whatever. He's ambiguous at best. And again,
sure, I agree. I agree.
And also, I don't really agree with his economics. I'm someone who's on economics. Someone who's definitely more center to center left on some issues. I'm not someone who leans hard in this libertarian wing of things, and that's another thing. I'm not a big fan of his libertarian economics.
Here's my position, okay?
What?
I agree with you, Thomas Massey's not good on every issue. What I think makes a good president is someone that's going to do what they like. For example, Russia has Putin. What he thinks he does, what he thinks is actually best for Russia. I don't like Putin because I'm not Russian, but I want a president.
Okay, I got a question. Would you say importing several million Indians is in the interest of Russia? Because that's what Putin's been doing.
I don't know, and I'm not knowledgeable on.
Because you aren't knowledgeable. Because here's the thing: people in the West, and I'm not saying it's a you problem. It's a lot of people make this problem. They look at Russia and they're just like, "Oh, the Western establishment hates them. That must mean he's based." But then you look at his policies. He said that Russia's a multicultural society. He said the phrase "Russia for Russians" was a relic of a bygone era. He's opposed nationalism. He's not a nationalist. He's someone who he's honestly just like a liberal who's just a bit more authoritarian. That's just his thing. He's just like an undemocratic liberal. It's probably the best way to put it. He's pretty centrist. It's not like he's this super extreme guy. Yeah, he's definitely an authoritarian, but he's certainly not.
Sure. Then let's look at someone like Bolsonaro then. Or just someone like
I think you want to know someone who I think would be a better example for your argument would be someone like Xi. Xi is someone who definitely puts. Why not?
No, that's not.
Why?
Because Xi still doesn't do what's best for his country because he's still controlled by he's not someone.
Who's he controlled by? Who's he controlled by?
Figurehead. He's just a figurehead for the system that's.
He's not a figurehead, dude. What are you talking? He completely replaced the Politburo with his loyalists. What? He's not a figurehead. He replaced the entire Politburo with his loyalists.
And his loyalists are the ones that run the.
Say what you want, but I think like if you're looking for an inherent powerful nationalistic leader in today's world, it would definitely be Xi. That's my opinion. Again, not endorsing what Xi's done, not endorsing any of that.
Well, I know you like China, and I think there's good things about China, and I don't disagree. And I think the Western media greatly misportrays China. But
I think like Xi is someone. He is the most major nationalistic leader. I think today. Of any country is the most successful nationalist leader because what he's done is he's brought China to being toe-to-toe with the United States. And that's something he's done with national might, with expanding its influence, but not in a necessarily globalist way, the way the U.S. does it. I've talked about this before. The way the U.S. kind of does it when they go around like spreading their ideology places, what ends up happening is a lot of we're basically like, okay, every country we interact with needs to become a Western democracy and stuff. When China goes around, and this is part of the reason China is just winning. When China goes to like Africa and even Eastern Europe and places, they don't force their ideology on these places necessarily. They're just like, okay, we'll make some economic deals. We'll get you in Belt and Road, stuff like this. They'll end up joining. And that's the thing. Because, here's the thing. Which parties in Europe get along the most with China? Right-wing parties. That's who does. Fidesz in Hungary. AFD in Germany. The Czech Republic, ANO, which just won their election. Even Law and Justice in Poland has relatively good relations with China.
I'll agree with that because I think China's really good at expanding their economic influence.
Because that's the thing. When China wants to expand their influence, it's economic. It's not this globalist hegemony, democracy, or this global ideology. They don't want that. They just want to expand their national interest to make it better for the country as a whole. That's the way they do it. And you can disagree with the methods they do it. I totally agree. I think they have definitely, they're an authoritarian country. They aren't a country that shares our values in any way. They're our direct competitor. But I think it's fair to point out that they've done a lot, for their country. And I think Xi is very much so a nationalist leader, definitely much more so than Putin, in my opinion.
I want to say he's more nationalistic.
He's way more nationalistic than Putin, significantly. Putin has deliberately called out Russian nationalism.
I don't know. I'm just saying when I look for a US president, and I'm not like as into politics anymore, but I'm looking for someone that does what they think is best for the American people, even if I disagree with it, and that they're not bought and paid for by some other foreign government.
Oh no, I totally get that. I understand that, but
so that's my number one thing when I choose a president.
I still don't want them to have similar positions to me. Like, yeah, because like you could say, AOC might think, like Bernie Sanders and AOC might think what they're doing is in the best interest of America. But does it really matter if they're like destroying the country?
No, I agree with you, but I agree with Thomas Massey on a lot of stuff. Now, he's the same as Trump on visa.
Again, like what I'll tell you is Vance is by no means my first choice. I think there's definitely better people out there, but I just think at the end of the day, if he is our nominee, if he's going up against Gavin Newsom, I've seen what's happened to California. I've seen what's happened to these states. I cannot, in good conscience, sit out that election.
The best economy in the country.
What?
California literally has the best economy in the country.
That's because you guys are like the biggest state by far, and even then, everyone's leaving. Like,
yeah, I know, but we still have a good economy. Now,
because you guys are where all the goods from China. Why? You're like on the port. Like that's the only reason. You guys have like ports, and that's it.
I'm not an insane fan of Newsom, but I'm not a fan of Newsom. But do I think that he's going to be much different than Vance? Not really.
I don't know about that. I think at the very least, Vance will continue the policies that Trump has on the border, which at the very least, yes, he hasn't done a lot on the border. I agree. I think he should be doing much more. But at the very least, those are policies that would not be continued by Newsom. Newsom would let the migrants in. We would have the same surge, if not more, than we had under the Biden administration, which has been disastrous for the country. And now, know like as many as 5 to 10 million might have come into the country, maybe even more in those 4 years. Like, I don't want to risk having another 4 to 8 years of Democratic administration with that. And again, that's why we have primaries. Again, Vance does not. I'm not sure I'm going to vote for him in the primary. I'll have to see who the options are. And again, there's plenty of other people that if they run, someone like Tucker Carlson, I'll have to see what he's saying. I might be interested in voting for someone like that if RFK were to run.
Like whoever Trump endorses, though, is just automatically going to win.
And he'll probably endorse Vance, but still, that doesn't mean just because Trump's going to endorse someone doesn't mean they're going to get my vote automatically. I'm not a Trump cultist. I had the MAGA hat on earlier in the stream, but I've been very critical. I've been critical with his
stance. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've been relatively critical of him recently. I was critical of his stance on Israel, but evidently he's getting this deal done. And I'm actually pretty optimistic with this deal, so we'll have to wait and see. But
guys, autistic Rand Paul said Nikki Haley.
Okay, I can rule out today. Luke J. Gagnon, will not be voting for
Dude,
Nikki
if
Haley.
Nikki Haley was the president, I would literally vote for the liberal no matter who it is.
Honestly, I might vote for. I don't know.
No,
that's a tough one. That's an
president.
actual tough one, though, because here's the thing. Nikki Haley's atrocious on foreign policy, which is one of my most important issues. She's actually good on immigration, though, which is weird. Like, she's actually relatively good on immigration. Like, when she was governor of South Carolina, she had very strict policies. She actually came out against H-1Bs during that whole... So it's weird. I'd probably sit that election out. Maybe I'd write someone in just because here's the thing. Even though her immigration policy isn't bad, her foreign policy is just so atrocious that like I couldn't in good conscience vote for her.
It's actually crazy though.
Trump her foreign policy is like worse than Biden's. For the record, she said Biden wasn't doing enough to like fight Russia and China. It's like okay, like calm down.
Well, literally, like I'm trying to think about it. If Nikki Haley literally would just be like the president of Israel, pretty much. No, Trump was an inch away from getting shot in the head and getting his brains blown out.
Oh, and Nikki Haley would have been the nominee then. That would have been horrible because she had the second most amount of delegates. Yeah. So
there's no way if they did that, Nikki.
No,
Haley
she would have. You know why? The Trump base would have been so depressed that if Nikki Haley just came out and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna avenge Trump," everyone would have gone behind her.
No, that's the stupidest take you've ever had.
I don't know.
Nikki Haley would have lost the election by 40 points.
I don't know about that one, man.
That's the stupidest take you've ever said, I think.
Wow.
That is actually there's no way that's a real
I don't know. I have a feeling that would happen. Haley might have a worse foreign policy than W. Dude, I think Haley is a worse foreign policy than W. Bush. At least W. Bush tried to have good relations with Russia and China. Haley would cook those immediately, you know? Like, you thought Trump cooked relations with China because of the tariffs, bro? If you saw, Nikki Haley said she was going to recognize Taiwan on day one. How do you think that would have played out?
Yeah, no, Nikki Haley would be awful. No, but that's actually a bad take. If Trump got actually killed, then there's no way. I don't think she would have even been the nominee. But
maybe it would have been DeSantis. But still, like any good, like you would have seen the Bush era return either way. Maybe it would have been DeSantis, but
no, you wouldn't. You would see people get more radicalized. I feel like.
No, I'd be pacified, dude. I'm gonna be honest.
You think so?
I think people would want to, but I think that the party would find a way.
I think there would have been a lot of violence if he actually got killed.
That'd be horrible.
Because Charlie Kirk's completely different of a situation.
That's very disappointing what happened there. And for the record, no, I don't think Charlie Kirk came to Candace Owens in a dream after he died and told her that I'm sorry, bro. Like Rax, I know you were agreeing with it, Candace Owens, and yeah, she was right about the text messages. But bro, like she's on something. I'm sorry.
No,
like,
she's crazy. I agree.
She's just throwing so much shit at the wall that eventually one thing sticks, and then like immediately after she was proven around that one thing. She starts
here's
talking
the thing.
about how Charlie came to her in a dream. It's
here's
like,
the thing: is I actually could see like someone dreaming about that because like I have weird dreams, but like you can't actually take that as like.
Just want to say, I'm pretty sure she's being funded by Russia. Her husband does like a shit ton of business there, and from what I heard, like she's had connections to them in the past. And if you know one thing about Russia, Russia doesn't even have like there's this whole idea that Russia always funds Republicans. It doesn't even do that. Russia just funds schizophrenic people who want to like who just make America look like a shit show. That's who Russia funds, you know. And
but dude, Candace Owens does have a lot of fans. Maybe not on Twitter, but like if you go.
I know. Yeah, that's from the Russian influence. They want people to. They fund a lot of people. They fund a lot of people on the left, for the record, too. RT, which
so that's a bad take though, because Russia's really good friends with Israel.
Kind of. It's okay. The Russian relation with Israel is kind of complicated. It's like officially they're pretty good friends because Russia's got a decent sized Jewish population, so I kind of have to. But at the same time, Russia's been like every single Gaza ceasefire agreement has been like co-sponsored by Russia, like when the UN votes on it. And Russia's been giving a shit ton of aid to Gaza. Like they've been getting a lot of people in.
I don't think.
And they've been pretty good. Yeah,
I think saying that Candace Owens is funded by Russia is retarded. I would say you have a better argument for Tucker.
No, I think it's Russia. Russia funds a lot. They fund a lot of people on the left. It doesn't even matter what their position on Israel is. Like Russia just funds. They fund a lot of people on the left. They political parties. They fund the Green Party. They fund the Party for Socialism and Liberation, which are both parties that get like 0.5 to 1% of the vote, depending.
I think
on
they just like to see chaos in America.
That's what they do. Yeah, they fund a lot of third.
But I still don't think they fund Candace Owens. I don't think that's a strong claim.
They funded Tim Pool.
I think okay. Now I will say that I think Tucker might be receiving like Saudi, like oil money.
Okay,
it doesn't make me think that
I could see that.
It doesn't make me not like him. I still think that Tucker is a good
I think it was-
voice.
I like how he's kind of like bringing Oliver Stone to the American right, because for the longest time the American right like despised Oliver Stone, and Tucker's been
Really?
having Oliver Stone. Yeah, they used to not like him. They used to be the
Why?
kook, like during the Bush era, dude. He was a kook, dude. He was like the villain of the American right, dude. They saw him like Michael Moore. You know, that's what they thought he was like. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to hate him, bro.
Yeah,
But
but I like
Tucker's bringing.
I like
Tucker's
Tucker.
bringing. Like, if people haven't watched, I highly recommend people watch Tucker's interview he did with Oliver Stone.
But
It's actually
how
very
the
good.
hell do we think
They
that?
actually talk about a lot of stuff. Like, really, he kind of goes into like how the Cold War wasn't an inevitability. You know, that was kind of created by Harry Truman. You know, it's something that people don't really talk about, but it really wasn't something that had to happen. It was something that was largely crafted by someone who was very tough on communist VP. So that's
Okay.
something-
How do we actually think Tucker got an interview with Putin and the president of Iran?
because Putin knows that Tucker's been relatively favorable to him in the past, so he allowed
Well,
him to
and
do it.
whose dad had connections in the CIA?
That apparently he didn't know about until like
Yeah,
his
but he
dad
even
died.
admitted it. That's what I actually do find really sketchy about Tucker. Is I'm not saying I hate him. I'm not saying I think he's completely bought and paid for. But the CIA connections are really
Here's the thing, like, yeah, maybe he has had connections to CIA in the past and whatnot, but still, the stuff he's talking about is useful. It'd be one thing if
agree.
yeah, that's the
I
thing.
agree.
That's why I kind of trust him a little bit more than like other people, is because he's actually taught like these issues he's talking about. It's not like they're like he's talking about pretty interesting stuff that like no one else is getting into.
Yeah, I agree with that actually.
Yeah, so that's why I'm definitely, again, if he runs for president, I'd be
Oh, I'd vote for him so
open to-
fast because there's just not a better option.
yeah.
But
Again,
Dude.
I want him to run. I want him to push Vance to the right. We'll see. Maybe he won't be able to do that. But
dude, if
again,
I could
at the end of the day, if
actually,
it's Vance versus Newsom, I'm gonna vote Vance in the general election. But
okay, if you could choose a realistic person, like obviously you can't say like Nick Fuentes. Like if you could choose a realistic,
I don't like Fuentes.
Yeah, I
for the
know, it's
record.
just an
I think he's
example.
okay, but yeah.
It's just an example. But like if you could choose a realistic person to become president, who would you choose? Like if
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I'll tell you that.
That's a horrible.
It's not a horrible pick.
Any person you could choose, you would choose RFK.
Yeah, I like him. He was my first choice in 24.
I'd probably choose Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay,
I'm not joking.
Okay, bait.
That's actually not bait.
Bait?
That's actually not even a joke.
That has to be bait.
That's not bait. What do you not like?
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
Wow, who would you guys pick?
Honestly, I'd probably go with Kennedy.
Okay, don't just copy what I say. Give your actual reason.
Well, because one, obviously Kennedys are very popular. Two,
Well, it doesn't matter because you get to choose. It doesn't matter.
hold on. Two, RFK Jr. is sort of unique among like Democrats in that
Well, he's
he's not
anymore.
yeah, he's not a Democrat anymore. And just like Trump, he had this move towards the Republican Party. That's a very authentic move, and
Exactly.
But he's
yeah.
not moving to the Republican Party on social issues.
maybe not, but
Well, to be
neither
fair,
was
though,
Trump.
The president doesn't control social. For the record, I don't even
Immigration
take
is a social
issues.
issue.
Yeah, he hasn't really been bad on immigration. He's
Yes, he
pretty much
has.
had the same in his 24 run. He basically had the same positions as Trump, and he was never really far left on the matter, anyways. And I see no reason if he was the president after Trump, you'd almost certainly carry on the border policies of Trump. Which, but yeah, go on, Palpatine.
Yeah, so I don't see because Trump isn't particularly socially conservative. He's not like a culture warrior, and obviously Kennedy wouldn't be in that sense, but he would still continue a lot of the policies Trump started, and He's very very consistent on the environment, on on health. So I think he'd be able to.
It is weird he went to the Epstein Island.
He didn't.
That is
What are you
weird.
talking about?
The Epstein Island.
Yeah, RFK was there.
He was.
Oh, he was there. Do you have any pictures of him there or
I think
any?
it's like I'm pretty sure that's been proven that he was on the flights to the island.
He met Epstein like twice. That's what it was.
He
never
went on
went
his
to-
plane. It is proven that he's went on his plane at least.
A lot of
times.
people have gone on his plane. Just because he went on the plane doesn't
No,
mean
I'm
he went
pretty
to
sure.
that.
I'm pretty sure he's.
I'm pretty sure Trump was on the plane, but I don't. That doesn't necessarily mean he went
I
to
don't
the
know.
island.
But no, Trump wasn't actually really close with Epstein. He distanced himself. RFK was a really close friend.
Yeah, Braxton, what do you think Trump was like what is your take? Because I know you want the files released. I want them released too, but like, what is your whole take? Do you think Trump's hiding it because he's in it, or what do you think?
Here's my take. I don't think Trump's on. I don't think Trump's a pedophile. I don't think he ever went to the island.
Yeah, I agree. I think.
Wait,
Yeah,
but here's the thing: is I think that he knew what was happening at the island. I think he knew people that were involved at the island, and I think that a lot of his existing cabinet, even right now, probably did go to the island. And I don't. Here's the thing: is I think Trump has a really clean slate for what he's gone through. I don't know if if they have blackmail on him, or if like a sexual thing. I don't think they have that. I think they would have released that already.
Yeah, that's my thing, because I don't think Trump himself is in. Because I think they would have almost certainly released, they wouldn't have released the whole files. They would have just released the Trump shit, because they could have easily done that. The whole thing with Trump is, I just think that they realized that if they released him, it would completely uproot everything.
No,
how many people are in there? And here's what I'll tell you too: the Dems are completely bullshitting right now, and they're like, "Oh, we'll vote to release the
they know it won't get released.
They know it won't go through. That's the point. If Newsom were to win in 2028 and Dems were to somehow take the House and Senate, dare them to vote on this again. They won't.
Yeah, they would have done that under Biden. Yeah, I agree. I don't think
it's all BS. So every time these Dems keep saying this shit, they don't.
No, and why didn't Biden do it then?
Exactly. They don't care. They just use it. They didn't even start talking about it until Elon Musk made that tweet back during the whole fight. That's when they started talking about it.
Yeah, and but I think the real reason he's not releasing it is because a lot of his friends are probably on it, and
potentially.
I think the
main reason though is just so many people are involved that it would completely uproot the government. Which is
horrible. Which is shows that he's a corrupt president.
Again, it's no excuse. I still think it should be released, but I think that is the reason.
Yeah, his friends are on the government. That's why.
If I could choose anyone for 28, I would choose Josh Hawley.
That's
real.
I would choose him for president, honestly.
You mean the guy who said he wanted to send troops to Hong Kong to help with the rebellion?
Patriot, okay. Listen.
Based.
That's a cucked answer.
Okay, and the thing every other country in the world has?
Guys, if I could choose a president, I'm choosing Jackson Hinkle.
Oh my god, dude. We would join BRICS. We would leave NATO and join BRICS, dude. That would suck. I mean that would end the Israeli lobby pretty quick though.
Yeah, but I think Jackson Hinkle would be ended.
No, instead though we'd get.
Why is autistic Ron Paul flooding the chat?
I will say though, instead we'd end up getting Chai Pack and Roos Pack instead of APAC.
Well, autistic Ron Paul just said, "Luke J. Gagnon, you're a socialist." He called you a socialist.
Do you want to know the funny? the funny thing about Jackson Hinkle is I actually don't think he's really a political person, and he's really bad at debating. I actually think that he gained a platform, and he got paid so much money by these governments like Russia and the United Arab Emirates that he's just doing it to like have a lifestyle.
From what I've heard, he's actually CIA, and he's just like infiltrating these anti-Western.
No, I don't know. That's not.
I heard people suggest that.
That's not.
I mean,
that's just a conspiracy. He literally is just like, because he has no real influence. He's just like, because whenever someone tries to debate him, he doesn't even.
Well, no, it's not that he has influence, but Russia is he's gone to Russia and like been on their bases and shit. Like they've invited him.
Yeah, and are you telling me you think you would know that he's a CIA insider and Russia wouldn't?
I'm just saying, I think that there's a possibility there that they're.
No,
I think Luke J. Gagnon is controlled by the CIA.
They're not going to tell him anything classified.
No, I thought I was controlled by the CCP.
I mean, you can be controlled by both, I guess.
I'm controlled
I
by.
think you're just getting paid.
I'm actually owned by Azerbaijan.
Dude, have you ever thought about that?
Kind of like our good old friend Henry Cuellar, you know, the guy from Texas.
Luke, have you ever thought about that? If Israel like actually gave you like $20 million just to like be their cuck, would you do it?
If Israel gave me $20 million to just say what I'm saying now, except just reverse my position on Israel, I'd probably take it. I'm gonna be
Dude, that's what happens to so many people. That's the funny part.
$20 million is a lot of money. I can't lie.
Dude, like, I'm sorry, you could call it like, dude, that's just 20 million, bro, to change like one position of mine. I'd take it.
No, yeah, I'm not being serious about the 20 million. I like obviously that's.
I can see why people do it. Yeah,
exaggerated, but it is true that they really do just
set for life, man.
That is true.
Just make one live stream talking about Israel. 20 million.
Luke, what do you think of the that Chinese spy back in like the 20th century that pretended to be a woman and got with like a French diplomat? What do you think of that?
What about the Chinese spy that slept with one of our congressmen? You guys remember that?
You know, I forgot about that one. Wasn't that like a while ago?
Fang, dude.
What about Dan Brazilian?
What?
What about Dan Brazilian for president?
I have no idea who that is. I don't want to know.
Dan Balzerian?
Why is autistic Ron Paul still like saying things that are strange?
Why is he speaking?
Is Ron Paul is autistic Ron Paul the only one in chat? Did everyone just get bored and leave?
I hope not.
Wait, Luke.
18 people are watching on YouTube and 237 are watching on Twitter.
Why won't these people on Twitter speak?
Please chat. Super chat. Wait, we don't want to see autistic Ron Paul.
We have super chats on my channel, dude.
What do you mean you don't have super chats on your channel?
Wait, Luke,
he's allergic to money.
230 people are watching on Twitter.
What?
I said that makes no sense. There's no way 230 people are watching this on Twitter.
There are.
It's always inflated. I feel like that has to be inflated.
Oh yeah, I'm sure some of it's just people scrolling by. But no, yeah, I get decent views on Twitter. Dude, I've got like 4,000 followers on Twitter, so.
Because Alex Jones stuff on Twitter always says like 200K, and I don't know how that makes sense.
Okay, let's stop talking about Token Canadian. He did things that should have never been done.
Do not speak of the Canadian.
We'll talk about it after stream, okay? Anyhow, we're going to get going. Thank you guys for watching. Okay.